Okay, so for this section this month, what is consciousness? I'm excited, first of all, to be sharing this with you because this is going to be one of the most informative months, I believe, especially if you're new to this space. And by the way, I hope you don't mind. This is the setting for this one. This is one of the most influential parts of learning because this is what allows you to integrate what it is that you're learning. Mostly all of us consume so much information, but it's the integration that causes the transformation. So how do you do that? It's all about the consciousness. And that's what this month is all about. And I'm so excited for it. So to jump into it right away with what is consciousness? What is it? And the easy way, I mean, of course, everyone could have their own opinions of what they think it is. But long story short, your consciousness is your awareness. Your consciousness is your awareness. So this is why people say travel so much, because it increases your awareness, which raises your consciousness. Once you're aware of what it's like in this place, now you have two places to compare to. So now you're the spectrum that you're seeing everything happen in your life and the scenarios and situations, you're seeing it on a much broader spectrum right now. And to make this a little bit more clear, let's say you're from here. I'm recording these right now in the year 2020. I'm here in Bali, here in my home, in the Creation Station. And for the Balinese, the ones that I've talked to, some of them have never left Bali before. So their awareness of the world is, of course, now with social media and learning, now everything's off limit. But let's go back 300 years ago when there was no social media, there was no TV. Their awareness would be much smaller because of not having experienced the world, if we're using that scenario, because you can have a high conscious level without traveling. Don't get that confused. That's not the point of this. But one thing it's like is travel opens your mind. So some people here, some of my friends, my Balinese friends, they've never seen snow. And for you all, I know a lot of you guys are in the States and in northern parts of Europe where snow is a normal. You've seen it, you've witnessed it. So now when someone says snow, you know what snow is like, you know what it feels like, you know the problems with it, you know you have this idea of what it's like. So your awareness is much higher. But when we talk into consciousness in our mind's form, it's the information that we take in. Like, what are we learning? All this information gets processed in our mind, and once it's integrated, because not just getting the information doesn't make the transformation, you have to integrate it. So now you start to see the world differently. Now your consciousness is raised, your awareness is raised. Now you're looking at things and you're not seeing the tree as a tree. Now you're understanding that the tree is more than just a tree. It provides shade, it provides a home for some, it's part of nature. You start to embrace things because your awareness is raised. So this is what everyone's talking about when they say you need to raise your consciousness, because you need to raise your awareness. Because if you're unaware of things, how can you work and change this? You know, if we talk about awareness, you know, if once you're aware of certain things, put it like this, you go about your life and you go about things differently. When you're aware of eating a certain fruit will make you sick, you stop eating it. And that has a big reflection on your life. You feel better, you're not sick. You know, once you have awareness of, 630 people starve to death every single day, now that you have that information, that awareness, you know, like, oh my goodness, I shouldn't be complaining about food. Oh my goodness, if I need to help out, I know I can help out. People are needing me. And this is what's so important about your consciousness. You get this from books, you get this from this mastermind, you get this from any kind of media you consume where your awareness is being raised. And what happens is when we consume things that aren't necessarily in our best interest, when you just consume hours and hours and hours and hours of the news, what happens is you take in all this information, and then you walk away from there like, so what's going on? And then tomorrow it's the same exact thing. And this is one of the problems with the social media, because you're in such a reactive standpoint. You're reading it, reacting, what? I can't believe that happened. And your emotions are going all up and down. Now, if you read a book, it's a little bit different. You read an informative book. You read The Alchemist. You read Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. These are amazing books, Conversation with God. You're looking at the world and seeing the world with someone else's eyes, someone else's perspective, which raises your awareness and raises your consciousness. So this is what we're going to talk about all this month and in this section. I hope you guys will benefit from this, that this will help raise your awareness, that this will help you start to realize things around you that you didn't know, and more importantly, that at the end of this month, your conscious as well will be raised even